So we go left lead. I'm going to step back in my fence, but be in a conversation stance. All right, so just, it's like, it's kind of like a role play, but we're going to go right into fighting. So I want you to get in the habit of, Pete gets in my face, and I go from here to here. All right, but I'm in a conversation stance, not a fight stance yet. I'm just like, relax. Because if you don't have any of this, guys, and you let people in, there's no way you're going to have time to react to a headbutt, a knee, or a hit from here. It's too late. Okay, so you have to set boundaries. And the fence is nothing new. It's a concept that's been around forever, okay? Our fence is like a triangle, okay? So I'm here and here, and I'm here and here, like a triangle, okay? I want to set a barrier up, and I also want to elicit a response that he doesn't want to go down the middle, he wants to go around. So if I have this triangle here, if I'm here, he's going to punch me straight down the middle. And that's what I don't want. I want here so I can frame in or strike and go right in. I want to elicit a wide punch. All right, so when I have this close together and I'm here, most guys are going to be haymaker guys anyway, and they're going to give me exactly what I want. But I'm also protecting myself from the headbutt and from everything him charging in. If Pete comes in and gets aggressive, buddy, relax, take it easy. All right, and I'll use my fence to just back him up and set my boundaries. Okay? So once you get a feel for that, we're going to start with straight punching. Now, everything with punching is going to come from using the floor. So you have, there's two types of energy we're going to use. One is dropping energy, where I'm going 1, 2 with my body weight, and the other is twisting energy. Okay? Each is relevant for what's going on. If Pete is away from me and I use twisting energy, I'm not going to be dropping any force into him or making up distance. Okay? I need dropping energy, and I got to move forward through him with the punching. Okay? So it's almost like my hands are like, I want you to imagine like there's a string connected from your wrist to your feet, and they move together when we're going to do the straight punching. So I'm going through Pete as opposed to just hitting Pete or going through Pete with the dropping force and energy straight through. So my footwork has to be with my punching. Okay? If I really want to do some damage on it. If I'm right here and we're in punching range already, that's different. Then I can use the twisting energy because I can already hit him. But if I establish the fence already, I create more distance. So the twisting energy, I won't be able to hit him with what I want to hit him with any kind of effect. So I need to make up that ground. So I got to use the dropping force to make up the distance as well as hurt him with my body weight. Okay? And the whole idea with punching is you're using the floor to propel your body weight into your hands to hurt him, impact-wise. Okay? If it's a blade, it's a little different, but it's the same concept. All right? So I want you to think about going from here, and now you're going to go into your fight stance by pushing off the floor and using the floor with your straight punching. Now your punching, I want you to keep your elbows down and drive through straight and through straight. In the beginning, if you guys have weak wrists, you can punch like this and not turn it over. I prefer when you guys punch to turn over, but if your wrists aren't that strong yet, that's fine, you could just go straight. The idea is we're prepping our brain for weapons when we're using impact weapons with something staying on top or with a blade. Okay, so if I pick up a salt and pepper shaker and I do that, it doesn't go into his face, but if I do that, it does. Okay, so we're kind of setting the path right away for weapons. Okay, but if your wrists are weak, when you do this and punch, some people, you know, they hurt their wrist or they're just not strong yet, and that's why we do the push-ups on the knuckles, not to be tough, but to build up the wrist so they can punch in the street without wraps. Okay? So try it with twisting. If it hurts you, then just go regular. But what you're going to work on, you're going to see the mitts can be two things. The mitts can be his striking me, so they're like his hands, or the mitts can be his body. Okay? So for this drill, the mitts are going to be his body, which is his head. So I'm not going to hold the mitts out here when I'm punching because I want to keep it in line with his body, all right? So when I'm here, I'm going to throw a jab, and I'm going to keep it close there, and the cross is going to be there because I want to be close to his body, all right? If we're sparring, it's much more real because he'll have the headgear on, and I'll actually be hitting his head. But when you're holding, you got to decide, am I holding as if I'm striking, or am I holding as if it's my body and he's hitting my body, but it's a focus fit? Okay? So right now, I'm hitting his body, his face, so you should be holding at your own face height and just slightly off the center of your face. Okay, because we're going straight in. So from here, I'm learning how to go from a conversation to a fight. All right, and how fast you can explode with that is going to be your ability to flip the switch on the street. So that's what you're doing. You're going from this conversation, and Pete goes to throw a haymaker, and I'm going to go right in. So what I want you not to do is go like this and punch, or this and punch. You're going right in from here with the first punch. And then the second one will be loaded already. Because the first punch comes in and loads my shoulder, the second one will have power. But I already did something to slow him down. Okay? That first shot, even though it wasn't a heavy one, it's like a can opener. This just gets the can open, and this one I get to eat. Okay? But I slowed him down and short-circuit his process. Okay? So I'm going from here, and then I go 1, 2, and right in, and then I back out to the conversation stance. Back to my fence, and then I go 1, 2, and then back out. So I practice going conversation, 1, 2, now I'm in a fight, and now I back up and I go back to a conversation, fight, back out to a conversation. How can I make that transition from static to dynamic? And this is what we're training, okay? Any questions on that? Start slow, we'll go left lead, then we go neutral, then we go right lead. So you do all 3 leads, okay? Let's go.